going on, everybody? And now that I'm parked, ooh, let's check this out. Don't get too close. Hey, I pulled in. I am in Grand Junction, Colorado. I'm 260 miles away. It is Friday. I can't deliver till Monday. So I'll leave out tomorrow. I try, situations like this, I try to even out my time, so I'm not sitting for 3 days. So I'll just leave out tomorrow, get as close as I can, shut her down, get a restart, deliver Monday morning, hightail it to Kansas City, drop that load, get a load. Nothing else but getting close to South Carolina. Will not accept the load to Virginia. Won't accept the load. It's got to be. I'm always telling him it's got to be close enough to where you will allow me to deadhead home. I've deadheaded home 300 miles before they'll let me do it. You're like, you ain't getting paid for it. I said, I know, but I've been out almost 2 months, and that's fine. I'm ready to go. So I'll accept the load getting close to South Carolina or to South Carolina and deadhead home. But other than that, we'll see you in the morning. Maybe. I can figure out how to shut it off. What's up, everybody? Let's see. Well, of course, I'm still on 70 eastbound because I'm heading to Colorado or Denver. But like I said, there's no hurry. 124 miles away. It's Saturday. I can't deliver till Monday because they're closed on the weekends. I've been noticing on my videos, the volume will go I don't know, the mic, it's like up and down, but it's in the same spot. So I took the little fuzzy thing off. I'm going to see if that works. If that's the cause. If that's the culprit. But, got up at 7 o'clock this morning. No hurry. Did my, ate breakfast, got coffee, got my Simply lemonade. They got this, but yeah, the Simply Orange, but they make lemonade too. It's like the really good shit. So I got some of that, and then I realized it was cranberry juice on the other side. They always sell cranberry juice at a truck stop, but it's in those little jugs. I mean, just tiny little things, and they're like, God almighty, they're expensive, so I don't normally buy them. But this one actually had big quarts, so I bought one of those too. I love cranberry juice, pure cranberry, not cranberry apple or cranberry raz. Cranberry juice. It's good for your kidneys. But then I did my pre-trip this morning. I still couldn't do my trailer, so I called my boss, and we figured it out. It's back on the logs now. Good to go. So I was able to do a pre-trip for my trailer as well. Because yesterday I drove just like it was just a tractor. I wasn't pulling a trailer. I mean, I don't know. This side of 70 of Colorado is just gorgeous, man. I was in Glenwood Springs, Colorado. I've been looking out for places, and that was one of the most Small town life, but gorgeous scenery in the valleys of the mountains. Had the river on one side, had bike paths, jogging paths, had rafting. Just beautiful place, because I've been actually looking at when my son gets out of school, my last one at the house, and he gets settled, or whatever, he's just got to get out of school. I don't want to switch him out of school. So basically, I've been planning on relocating. I want to get out of South Carolina, but there's a new twist to it. So basically, I've been, my job is to drive around and look, or not drive around and deliver loads, and make money, but also be like, hey, this is nice. I thought about a few places up in Wyoming, Montana, places up in the mountains of Washington, Oregon. But this one here in Glenwood Springs, Colorado, tops them all off, man. Don't have to look into that. But like I said, there's a twist to it now, because that's still the plan that I want. I've been talking to my wife about it. But she would rather stay in South Carolina. I can't stand South Carolina. I've got allergies real bad, and the kind of pine they got in South Carolina, year round, it just tears me up. The one that pollinates with the buds, that yellow shit flies everywhere. These different kind of pines, like the pines here in Colorado, they don't bother me. Or the ones upstate, like in Wyoming or Montana or Washington State, Oregon, those don't bother me. But what I was telling you about the twist is my wife works with this girl, and her husband has this piece of property out in South Carolina, not far from where we live now, but it's a house sits on this hill, and it's a 2-story, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath or 3 bath. We wouldn't need all that, but it comes with 127 acres. Woo, doggy. Well, the things I could do with 127 acres. So the limits, the possibility is limitless with that. So I told her, basically, I said, if we could land something like that, I'd stay in South Carolina. So that's the twist. I ain't got no neighbors nowhere. The house sits on the top of a hill in the middle of the 127 acres. Man. And I love to shoot. Have my own property to shoot on. I would love it. I would just love it. But I'm still keeping my eye out, because I'm not always keen on believing oh yeah, they're gonna do this or they're gonna sell it or whatever, because she wasn't too sure on what he wanted to do with it. He's had some family stay there in the past. Basically they just pay the house taxes, keep up on the land, pay electricity, water, all that stuff that he wants. He wasn't basically paying any rent or mortgage. So she's supposed to talk to her, or she was supposed to talk to her husband, and then see what he thought or what he wanted to do, and then we were supposed to go look at it and shit. That would be the only thing that would keep me there. That's it. That's it. It's really hot in South Carolina, man. It's so goddamn hot and humid all the time. And that pollen. I guess I could always go to the doctors and get the allergy shot. I started to go to the doctors. I went for the first part, and they stick all these needles in your back, and it's basically like a needle full of pollen, like pine allergy. And then they do all types of pine, and if it swells up, you're allergic to that. And they'll do mold, they'll do wheat, they'll do food allergies, they'll do all this stuff. But they did like one set one time, and then I can't remember where I was working at the time, if I was over the road or not. I believe I was. And then they kept calling me, hey, you need to come back for the second part of the test so we can finish it up and figure out all the allergies you're allergic to, and then just administer the shot once a month. And that would get rid of my sniffles all the time, and my watery, itchy eyes all the time. But I never went back for the second half, like a knucklehead. I need to, because I'm miserable, man, most of the time. Especially in spring. Especially in South Carolina in spring, when that kind of pine pollinates. That pollen, oh man, our cars turn yellow. Streets will turn yellow. And when we have a windstorm and it's pollinating, it's just yellow everywhere. You can see the trees, just the yellow coming off the trees. It's ridiculous. But I bought me a mask for when I'm at home doing things or in dusty areas or pollinated areas, so I'm not breathing all that stuff in, because I'll blow leaves when I'm at home. I'll cut limbs or when I'm at home, or just mow when I'm at home, weed eat, whatever, or when it's heavy pollination season. But looking at my clock to see how much, 4 hours and 44 minutes left before my 30-minute break, which I've only got 114 miles to go, so we'll need that 30-minute break. But man, it is gorgeous out here on this side on the west side of 70 of Denver. Beautiful. God, it's just gorgeous. I love it, man. I just love it. And I think this truck does not have a cab filter or a bunk filter. I know it doesn't, because there's so many times I've been on dirt lots for pickups or deliveries, or just a dirt lot to park. Shut the truck off, turn it back on, hit the AC on or the heater or whatever, and poof, dust. I mean, clouds of it coming out of the damn vents, man. So I think when I'm home, I'm going to go to the KW dealership, probably there in Columbia, and ask them where the hell it's at. And then pick up a couple, maybe a case of his shit. Because especially my bunk vent, man, it's just coated with dust. I'll wipe it off with a baby wipe, clean it, crank it on high, try to get most of that crap out of there. A couple days later, it's the same. It's killing me, man. And I've asked the knuckleheads at the damn company or the shop, and it's like the only thing that shop is good for is a PM, changing tires. They got a tire shop and they got supposedly a mechanic shop. But for God damn, that was a bump. For the shit I need, seems like they never have. Like I got that reservoir sensor, coolant sensor, that plug-in that lets you know if your coolant level should go down to a certain level. It alarms up here to let you know, hey, you're about to blow your shit up. Pull over and see what's going on. Well, it did it one day while I was at home starting up the truck. I was like, what the heck? So I popped the hood full of coolant, took out the sensor, just unplugged it. Doesn't ding no more, doesn't let me know. So I let the shop know last time I was there. I even gave them a heads up. Hey man, this is what the part is. I need it. I'll be there in a week. They didn't do nothing about it. Oh, Jesus. So I think I'll just go to the KW dealership and see about that. What the hell? Oh God, we're bogging down bad on this hill. 35 mile an hour. Holy moly. Now we're at 32. Yeah, I gotta do something, man. There's just way too much dust. It's killing me, man. I can feel it. What the hell is that? Oh. Yeah, it's 52 degrees out. Everything's starting to change colors, which is logical. It's October. I've been saying it since right after spring that we're going to have a pretty bad winter. And I think because everywhere I go, everywhere I went, put it that way, everywhere I went in the summer months, I didn't see a lot of storms, I didn't see a lot of rain, or nothing. And to me, that's like, okay, we're gonna get hit hard. I believe we're gonna get hit hard. And hell, Montana in mid-September got hit with. They were talking like shit, like 5 feet of snow. They got blizzard in and stuff. Like holy shit! And I was just through there too. It got down in the 30s at night. It was 50s, 60s in the day. But they got hit hard. I just can't gain it. There we go. See, I just couldn't gain any damn speed. Now here comes a big hill again. Might as well just leave my flashers on. So yeah, I did laundry a while back ago, a couple weeks ago, or a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I was hoping I didn't have to do laundry again because I was actually already supposed to be home. But got my stuff out for a shower last night. I was like, God, that ain't gonna last. Shit. So I'm gonna have to do at least a load. At least another 3 pairs of pants, 3 or 4 pairs of pants. Some socks. Oh, here we go again. Some underwear. I hate doing laundry. At the house, it ain't too bad, because I could put it in and walk away and come back later. But at a truck stop, I normally stay with my load at the truck stop. You know what I mean? If it's in the washer, I'll stay in the store. I'll come back like every 5 minutes, check on my shit, make sure nobody's trying to steal it. There's some places you go, some homely people that come in there, you know, wandering around. I bet you anything, they'll open a dryer up real quick, or even a washer, and grab a pair of pants real quick. I see drivers still put in 2 washers, and you won't see them until it's done. I'm not that trustworthy. Nope. Good God, I'm creeping. 30 miles an hour. Choo-choo. I wonder what my elevation is. We are 9,622 feet above sea level. It's a good thing about this Rand McNally, it's got an altimeter on it. Ain't that right, Roxy? $9,800. And we still climbing. $9,900. $10,000 feet above sea level. $10,100. See if I get to the top. Maybe I can pull over and show you my altimeter. $10,200. You know, it's a snowing son of a bitch up here in the winter. Oh, Lordy. Still climbing. Still climbing. 10,300. Man, looks like we're going to go down, but there's nowhere to pull over. Unhook this real quick and show you guys this altimeter. Alright, I must have hit the off button. Let's see if I can. What's going on here? Yeah, elevation 10,361. Got my windows open. Beautiful out though. Alright. Now you guys seen the altimeter. Now, I get the fuck or get out of here. Gave you a little looky at the view. Oh, there's a better place to pull over right there. Well, oh well. Could have actually got out of the truck on that one. There's actually just a little bit of snow on that one. Looks like from last year because it's on the shady parts. I installed these lights on my truck. I'll have to show you guys. There's 6 pattern lights, and each pattern it goes to a different pattern every time. We're at Vale Pass Summit, 10,063 feet above sea level. But every time you like turn it on, see pattern 1 is white light, pattern 2 would be yellow light, pattern 3 would be yellow and a white light, like a dim color with yellow and white together. Pattern 4 is yellow flashing caution lights. Pattern 5 is white flashing lights, and pattern 6 is yellow and white flashing lights. I got them mounted my mirror brackets up front and then in the back. What the hell was that? Oh, my dash cam just fell. Nothing I can do about it now. It had to fall right after I started driving.
No engine braking ahead.
No engine braking ahead. Look at this hill. Fuck you. I'll break this mother. It drives me nuts when they tell me, no engine braking ahead. It'll make no sense. Those engine brakes are to slow you down without burning your brakes up or getting a brake fire or losing your air pressure. You know why that ordinance come along is because those custom Jake brakes drivers have got out there to you know, shaking the fucking windows in people's fucking houses while they're trying to sleep. Motherfuckers, when they first come out, the old lady sleeping, and all of a sudden she's like, what the fuck was that? That's why we got fucking brake ordinance. Because of those assholes. These little compression brakes, the factory brakes, they ain't shit. You can barely hear those, but they do the job. Just gorgeous. Oh, there's a little bit of snow up there. Looks like a ski slope. Man, I don't know about that. I don't know about no skiing. That kind of scary. There's something that just deters me on slapping on a pair of skis that are slicker than snot on the bottom and then going on some compact snow that's slicker than snot as well. And then, I don't know, let's add a hill to it. Going down real fast and eating it. Like hitting a damn brick wall at 50 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun at all. Not at all. Sounds fucking stupid. Alright! We'll chat at you later. What's up, everybody? Now, struggling up another hill. We're actually 10,600 feet now above sea level. And all the pine trees are starting to disappear, and it's just like a bald mountain. It's like Utah, man. Ain't no trees on them mountains. Front axle drive temperature is 180, 190. We're 10,800 feet. Truck brake check area, half a mile. My brakes are good. She's screaming too, man. 1,600 RPMs. 10,950 above sea level. $30 miles an hour. Bunch of fucking dicks. Y'all know the fucking lane's coming to an end, and they don't give a fuck. (11,102 feet above sea level. Going in Johnson's Tunnel since 1979. $79 miles to go. Oh. Oh, this is a long tunnel. Stupid FedEx. Well, fuck, I'll do it too, man. God damn, I hope not. It's not a solid line, so we can change lanes in the tunnel. Some tunnels you go through, it's got that solid line, and they tell you can't change lanes. This one is a dotted line. Ugh, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Oh shit. I think I do. Fucking hate allergies, man. Maybe I ought to go get that test done, huh? Well, we're going down to downgrade now. What percentage are we at? Oh, hell. 5 and 6 grades, next 12 miles, truck stay in lower gear. Man, I ain't staying in lower gear for that. Now a little pee-wee grade. I'm not gonna go down balls to the wall, but sure the hell ain't. You know, what they mean by lower gear is your low side. Can you imagine? Jesus. Hey, look, there's one of those ski lift deals that take you up to the top of the mountain so you can go bucking down the hill at 80 miles an hour. Supposed to go on vacation in December. I'm not supposed to. I am going on vacation in December. Me, my son, my wife are going to Vermont to see my sister. Stay up there for a little over a week. On the way, we're pulling into Virginia, Norfolk. Pick up my brother. We're all just going to chill. And she lives in Vermont, kind of like around Burlington, Essex Junction area. And she's not a big skier, advocate skier. But I think we're going to do some snowmobiling. I'd like to do some snowmobiling if there's a bunch of snow on the ground. You know, that would be fun. I've never done that before. I think that would be a blast. And then there's supposed to be some kind of fat tire bike ride trail in the wintertime. And then I'm sure there's other things we could do. And then a bunch of restaurants. A bunch of seafood restaurants. Huh, Roxy? Roxy's coming with me. So I got to get home and buy all new tires for our Jeep. And then when we bought this Jeep, I didn't realize this, but a lot of newer vehicles nowadays, like the Jeeps and stuff, they don't come with a spare tire. They come with this compressor with this liquid crap in it. So if you should get a nail or a slow leak or something, that's great for that. But if you should get a blowout, you're kind of screwed. So there's a site you can go to, and it's for a spare tire. The donut for our Jeep.
No engine braking ahead.
A donut for the Jeep. It's the whole fucking setup that you're supposed to get when you buy a new car, and it's $300. So figured $800 on tires. Yeah, about $800 on tires, and then another $300 for that spare tire kit. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Don't make no sense. Buy a brand new car and they don't give you a spare tire. They give you some liquid crap. It's like a fix-a-flat shit, you know? Ruins your valve stem, ruins the inside of your rim. Gotta scrub it out or clean it or do whatever they gotta do. Nasty shit. We'll just throw that son of a bitch out. Get it when I get that spare. Truckers, engine brake mufflers required. Ooh, now we can use them? It'd be nice to have a customized Jake brake. I don't know, I use mine all the time though. I don't think I would actually want one that was customized loud like that. I hardly ever use my brakes. You can't even tell this Jake is on. It's on full blast right now. And my brake lights from my trailer and my tractor automatically come on when my Jake brake comes on. Let everybody know that I'm slowing down. I just rather save the brakes and the brake drums, you know. I've got disc brakes up front, and drums. So yeah. So yeah. Alright. I am pulled in. Oh my God. I'm pulled in and I'm here like 35 miles from my destination. And I'm trying to do a post trip. Here we go again with this whole system. Trying to do a post trip. Normally it would be red. It'll flag it red, letting you know a post trip needs to happen. But it's white. I don't know what the hell's going on. I can't even log out because it says you need to do a post trip in order to log out. But then, you know, I'm talking to my driver manager and he was like, you don't need to do a post trip. But I turned it on for the whole company just for you. And I'm like, well, what's that got to do with not being... So he said, well, he's hanging drywall, call Omnitrax. You know, I'm like, once again, this leads back down to, I wish they'd have figured out how to learn this system before they made everybody else learn it, because I'm calling him every day and I'm on the phone with him at least 2 or 3 times a day, especially at the end of the day now, because I can't do a post trip. And he still believes for some reason you don't have to have a post trip, and I've never heard of that. You always do a PTI morning and night. Or maybe you don't. But, you know, I mean, I'll have to look into that, because, you know, now that I think of it, if you do a pre-trip in the morning and you're with your truck that night, you shouldn't have to do a post-trip at the end of the night, because that next morning you're going to perform a pre-trip. That might be true. I don't fucking know. Every company I've ever worked for the last, 15, 16 years, PTI, morning and night. DOT regulations, PTI, morning and night. You've got to look over your truck and your trailer. So anyways, I call Omnitrax, right? We got the XR whatever system, and I press the button they want me to press, and then we're experiencing very extremely high call volumes right now. And that's all it said, and then it kicks you back to the damn operator, which is telling me they're not even letting people hold on anymore. That's how extreme of a call volume they have. So then I text my boss to let him know, and he was like, dude, I don't know, man. I am just so frustrated, because then he's like, well, I'll just edit your logs later. And I'm like, dude, that's fine. That's great. You can do that, but I don't want to do this every fucking day. Every day, 3 times a day, plus every other fucking stress hold you have on the road, and keep dealing with customers and fucking pickups and goddamn cars cutting you off, and now I got to deal with this shit every fucking day, 3 times a day. I don't want to fucking do it. So let's not just edit my logs and end the conversation. Let's figure out what the fuck is going on, so we can figure it out, and I can just do it on my own, and I won't have to bother you no more, and I won't have to be this goddamn stress, because I'm just like so fed up, man. God. He was like, you're the only driver that's complaining about it. Well, maybe it's just on your end. I was like, dude, don't insult me. Oh, I'm not insulting you. I said, if the other drivers don't give a fuck, then whatever. And if you guys let them slide on that, that's your fucking fault. When they get caught, there goes your fucking points, But I don't roll that way. I've never rolled that way. At least on electronic logs. Now, when it was paper logs, I'd still do a PTI and a post trip. I would still get under the hood and look and all that crap. So there's really no difference for me. Don't make no damn sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Because I'm supposed to do a 34. So here's the deal. Well, he said he could fix it. So if we figure it out and start fucking with it tomorrow, and then I got to go on duty and do this and do that, and then that's going to interrupt my 34. But then he said he can adjust it the way it's supposed to be, where I would have done it today at such and such time, and then my 34 would still exist. Because I only got 52 hours. I still got to deliver fucking Monday and then go to Kansas City. By then, I'll be 38 hours, and then I want to drive home. So I don't want to use the recap, because it ain't going to be much of a recap. It's going to be a crap recap. I'm just fed up. I just can't understand why you would have somebody install this and you don't even know how to work it yourself. It just doesn't fucking make any sense to me at all. I think I'm ready to kick my shoes off and watch some TV. Yeah.